It's time, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to check out some UFC 4.
Yo! Hello? Anybody home?
Well,
What, you daydreaming
always,
again?
I'm always daydreaming.
Number of times I've seen you looking up at this wall. I told you you'd make it to the big show. Now here we are. UFC debut right around the corner.
Nice.
UFC promo crew's back here. We're gonna do an interview in a few minutes. But first, I need you to fill out this release form. Height, weight, nickname. Bruce Buffer, he's gonna need all of that, right?
Alright, I already filled out an actual and created a fighter. So we're just going to go ahead and choose him. We call him Bad Intentions, because that's about what we're about to have, some bad intentions on these people. About to knock some people out. I love knocking people out. The slow-mo is awesome to watch. Alright, now that we chose that, this is a little bit of an intro. It's kind of a cool intro, except the only thing that sucks is you lose the fight.
I just hear there's an interesting story about how you two started working together.
Yo, he wants to hear about your first fight.
I hear it's a good one.
He hates when I tell the story, but oh man, I will never forget the first time I saw this kid. He was getting busted up. He looked like a zombie.
No bueno.
It was one of those, let's say, amateur cards you can find across town from time to time. Great fights, never know if you're gonna see something special. Right, so yeah, this kid caught my eye because his eye was all busted up and bruised. But it was a total mismatch. It was obvious that the opponent was way more experienced. This kid took a beating for 2 rounds. Okay, probably both 10-8.
Well,
They could have stopped the fight easy. But the bell sounds to start the 3rd round. And this kid,
now don't worry too much about losing this fight.
Still fighting, as if he thought that maybe he had a chance. There was no chance.
I fought this fight many times. I played this game over and over, and I've never really been able to finish this fight. I've been even down to 30, 40 seconds, still not. Just throwing it 2 good punches and boom, just done. So you want to just put up a fight as good as you can until the end. There's not much you can do. You can try to survive. Once he catches you once or twice, it's pretty much over from there. Like that. In this game, you'll learn awfully quick where 1 or 2 punches can put you out. That's what you want to stay away from, and that's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you that with a powerful chin, powerful recovery, and powerful body strength, you don't have to worry about getting caught by simple punches that will put you out, period. We're going to learn, we're going to teach, and we're going to learn how you can become a better fighter within the first few fights that you're actually fighting. Boom. I think I was done after that. Yeah, that's about as far as that lasted.
So, no surprise.
It's all good though. We're not going to worry about it too much, like I said.
This isn't one of those stories where you find someone amazing out in the middle of nowhere just knocking people out. No. I just found a kid with heart like I'd never seen, so...
Hell yeah, all you need is heart.
Out.
You got heart, you can stay there in there and fight. Alright, and that's what this video is about. I want to show you my UFC career, but I also want to teach you how to level up your punches, your kicks, your grappling, whatever moves you want to learn, whatever fighter you want to become. I want to show you how to better him within the next few sparring sessions and the few fights that you have before you get to the UFC. So when you do get to the UFC, you're already got a chin. You already got recovery. You already got stamina. So you can fight and take on these better fighters without worrying about getting knocked out, kicked out, submitted. Whatever you want to be, you can do. And you can enhance these moves to where you can become the better fighter. So let's go ahead and get our contract signed. Now with the contract, depending on what you want to do, I always try to find the most expensive one I can, or that's available to me. choose that one and continue. Now you just basically go ahead and sign that. So you'll come up to your first fight choice. Of course, John Anik comes in. There's a fighter already talking crap. Now you have two choices here. You can become friends with them, or you could turn them into a rival. I honestly like starting rivals out first. Just makes the fight a little more interesting, since the hype you will start with is very, very low, and it will take you numerous promotions to bump up that hype. Alright, this is your fight page. Of course, you'll have your pop-ups, your comments popping up on the right-hand side. You'll be able to check out what fight offers you're getting, the GOAT status, which is the greatest of all time, your fight history, what your record is, and your rank. Seeing that we are not ranked yet, we have no ranking. So you can either choose the fight, just go ahead and see who's offering. Arthur Mello is our first choice. Now, this is where the money part comes in. This is where you want to make sure that you do enough weeks to train, but you want to have money that allows you to go into the next training session, the next round, the next fight. Running out of money is never a good thing. And I've known fighters that have been playing their career the whole time, defending the belts, and then they run out of money because, yeah, they're the champion, but they spent so much money on fighters and everybody else during the times that those $1 million that they're winning is basically taken up in every training week. You want to focus on saving. These first few fights, you don't really need to invite a fighter. You don't really need to waste your money, but you do want to focus on having a good training camp. So you want to go to the max. Now this is your training camp page. Every page is the same. This will eventually get repetitive for you. You can push R3, which will take you to your social media. You can see what fighters are saying to you. You can respond. Like I said again, you get two choices. You can make them your friend, or you can make them an enemy. I like to go with rivals just because I do. Alright. Once you go back, you can also go back into that R3 and you can check out your fighter evolution. Now your fighter evolution is where your attributes, your moves, and your perks will be. These are the three things that you'll be focused on during your entire career. Your attributes, of course, bumping your power up, bumping your chin, your body strength, your leg strength, whatever you need to bump up, this is where you do it. I suggest working on your chin, working on your body strength, working on your recovery first, because these will allow you to keep from getting knocked out with simple punches. Like I said before, you could be winning a fight. You could be dominating a fight. One or two perfectly placed punches, you could be hurt and backing up, and the next thing you know, one or two more good punches, you're out. You don't want that to happen, so what do? You focus. Focus on your chin, focus on your recovery, focus on your body strength, focus on your leg strength. Focus on your strength first, then the power will come. This is the awesome page that you will see time and time again, so get used to it because it's repetitive. You'll see your hype, you can watch tape, you can invite a fighter, you can do sparring. In the first few fights and the first few training camps, you'll be focusing mainly on sparring and promotions, which is the hype. Of course, the very first fights are kind of very low hype, so you want to try to bump that hype up as much as possible. Now, with the hype comes 3 tabs. You got your promotions, you got your sponsors, and you got your connections. This is where you'll make your connection with your fighters, your sponsorships, what sponsors you sign with, what they give you, what they offer, and your promotions. Let's go ahead and start our connections, because connections is where you'll meet your fighters and you'll connect with fighters. Now, some of these fighters will become your rivalries, some of them won't. but you can still learn moves off them. It will just cost you a little more money. Now, each of these cost calendar chips. We're just going to call them calendar chips because they have a calendar date next to them and they're just simple little numbers in the corners. Each one costs, so you want to make sure you get 100 a week. So you want to make sure you spend those wisely. After the connections, you got your sponsors. Your sponsors, you start off with 2 of them. Either one you go with, it's up to you. It's your choice. One has a 4-week fight sponsorship. One has a 5-week sponsorship. Whichever one you want to go with is fine. They're both the same. They both pay out the same fight popularity. They both pay out the same cash. So it's up to you whether you want to go with a 4-fight or a 5-fight. Now these next tabs are the silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. These tabs you really will not see until you are a ranked fighter in the UFC. And these ones are good because you want to focus on them because that's when you get more money per fight. So you can save per fight, save more money. Go ahead and choose whichever sponsor you want. I went with the first one with the 4 weeks because it's 4 weeks. It's just a little week faster. And I'm trying to show you guys how to level up quicker and get to the UFC, get to that ranked fight so you ain't got to worry about it. And then once you get to that ranked fight, then you got all the time in the world. This is your promotions. This is where you can promote to social media. You can predict a fight. You can do stream sparring sessions. That one can be a little tricky, so I suggest kind of not focus too much on that one at the beginning. Just these first few weeks, try to get in different sparring sessions, but not streaming a sparring session, because with a sparring session, you know exactly what you got to do. When you stream a sparring session, it's a little different. They don't really tell you what to do, but it's your job to make sure you get evolution points. This one, you can predict a fight. You can say you want to knock them out first, second, third round. You can do submissions. Whatever you want to do, you can use that. Simple tab, promote to social media. Is like it is. Those are your 3 media tabs. The next one you'll have is watch tape, invite a fighter, and sparring. Invite a fighter and watch tape, you don't really have to worry too much about. You can, but it's really up to you. You don't really want to invite a fighter too much because that will cost you all your money. You have 4 weeks of training. A fighter costs at least 15,000 of your coin. So you don't want to really spend $15,000 and have $15,000 for your entire fight week. It's just not a very good idea. So you want to go to sparring. With sparring, you got 5 shots. You want to work, are you a boxer? Work on your boxing and Muay Thai. Are you a grappler? Work on your wrestling, your BJJ, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The handbag, don't really worry about it. You got to be perfect timing when it comes to the speed bag, the handbag, and it's really not worth it. I suggest focus on the boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, or BJJ, whether you're a boxer, kickboxer, or a grappler. This is what you want to focus on. The speed bag is a little trickier because, yeah, it says you got 3 moves to learn, but those 3 moves have to be precise. If they are not precise, they will not count. Therefore, you will be sitting there punching the punching bag, asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm punching the bag and gotten nothing. I'm not getting the points I need. I'm not getting the evolution points. What's wrong here? So, like I said, work on your boxing, work on your Muay Thai, work on your wrestling, work on your BJJ. I'm a fighter. I like boxing and I like kickboxing. I'm an original kickboxer. So I went with them.
Come on now. Let's get in there.
This is
your
bread and butter. Your bread and butter. Because this is where you want to learn and level up your moves. Don't worry too much about trying to finish your opponent as fast as you can. You want to learn up and level your moves as fast as you can. That's what you want to focus on. Doing that is repetitive. That means jab, 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 jab. Straight, 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 straight. whatever move it is you want to learn, that's the move you do. Like, I'm going to level up my jab. I'm going to level up my straight. That's the ones I'm going to work on. Jab, jab, jab. Jab, jab, jab. Jab, 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 straight. Jab, straight, jab. Whatever combos you want to work on, those are the punches you want to work on. Those are the punches you want to get together. Once you land punches, as you can see, you got power. Learn those punches. Learn your moves. Level up. Level up. If I can teach you anything with this video, I want you to learn that leveling up your moves might sound repetitive, and doing them might sound repetitive, but leveling up your moves can allow you to have the power you need to knock out an opponent when he's taking you down. To knock out an opponent when he's clinching you up.
30 seconds.
Take out an opponent when he's got you on the ground and hurt. You can get up and punch. You can get up and kick. And you can have power in those punches and kicks to where you're not losing. Boom. Just leveled up my jab. Level 2.
All right.
Done.
You know we can get a little
Straight.
bit better.
Level 2. That's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to learn in each sparring session that you do. Learning this will level up your moves quick. It will give you evolution points to use towards your attributes and perks, but it will also level your moves up quicker. That way you can learn more moves. You can easier learn combos. You can learn how to take your opponent down better. You get more strength in your attributes by learning and leveling up your moves. Now, we're left with the week. We only have a few chips left. Let's go see what we can hype up. See if we got anything we can hype. Not really, so we'll go ahead and make some connections. See what moves they're offering. See what moves you want to learn. Go ahead and make that connection. Alright, it's repetitive because you're done with that week, and basically same thing next week. Start off, you want to hype up your fight. Got to do that hype. You got to bump up that hype. You want to check out your moves? You can check out your moves. You got evolution points to spend? Spend those evolution points. Better moves, better your power, better your chin, better your attributes. You want to see what perks you have available? Use the evolution on the perks. Whatever you want to do, you want to focus on it to where it makes you the better fighter. I always love going here to check out the moves because you learn exactly what moves you need to push, what moves you can do, what's the exact buttons to use. Basically, any information you had about your moves would be in these tabs right here, and that's all you needed to go to. They show you everything. I mean, your kicks, your combos, your grappling, your submission. Learning these moves allow you to become a better fighter. That's when you get the knockouts. That's when you get the grappling. That's when you get the ground and pound. Learning combos. It's all in the mix of what you're doing. I started off level 2 combos because I started off as a kickboxer. You might be a little different. You might choose a grappler. You might choose a balanced person. You might choose a boxer. Whatever you want to go with, that's what you'll have extra attributes in. And it's your job to bump up these attributes so you continue to rise. You continue to level. And that's the main goal of the game. You want to level while you're sparring, while you're training, while you're fighting. That's the whole goal. That's the whole point of the game, to better your fighter. And once you better your fighter, you can be knocking people out left and right, but you can also be winning matches, and winning matches get you closer to that title. These perks are available once you unlock them. Of course, they cost evolution points. It goes from 12 to 20, just depending on which evolutions you want. I like going with the first 2 grappling ones because, of course, like I said before, I'm not a big grappler. I'm not a big wrestler. So the best thing I can do is use these perks to help me get up faster and resist more ground and pound. I want grapple defense, but I want to build my chin. I want to build my recovery. I want to build my leg strength. I want to build my body strength first, And then I want to power up my moves. And in order to do that, I need to focus the attributes on, or the evolution points on the attributes. That way I can take punches. I can take shots. My chin is there. That way, when you're learning your moves and doing something repetitive over, oh, jab, 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 jab. If he hits you one or two jabs, yeah, it's going to touch you. It's going to feel you. It might even hurt you. But at the same time, you're not really getting hurt from it. Then you can go back. Jab, 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 straight. Jab, 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 straight. He comes back one or two punches. It doesn't matter. You're still learning your moves. You're still leveling up. That is the way to do it. And trust me, when you build up your chin strength, your body strength, it's just a matter of time before you're doing the knockouts. You're kicking somebody in the head and putting them out. They're not catching you with a hook. They're not catching you with a punch. You don't have to worry about damage. It allows you to be a better fighter all around. If I can teach you anything, is to teach you that focus on these attributes and you will not go wrong. Repetitive. Back to the hype. Let's go see what we can promote. Promote some social media. Predict some fights. Check out what else we got. Let's go to sparring. Alright, let's learn some moves. Once again, if you're a boxer and a kickboxer, focus on boxing and Muay Thai. You're a wrestler, you want to focus on wrestling and BJJ, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Don't worry too much about the heavy bag in the beginning. Once you level up your moves, you'll be able to do better at the bag.
All right, some sweet science. Let's
Right?
go.
This is where you want to learn your moves. You want to do what you want. They want you to,
Big punch.
and then you
What a
learn that
bruise.
move.
What a
Do
bruise.
it repetitive. You do it so many times that it levels up. And then once you level that punch up, or level that kick up, or level that ground take up,
Oh,
it
that combo
allows
was
you to
tight.
add more
Come on.
damage on the takedown, on the punch, on the kick. Boom, boom, power, power, boom. Touch him, touch him, touch him. That's what you want to focus on. Yeah, you're going to lose all your stamina. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're in a
Big
sparring
punch.
session.
Yeah, that'll leave
You're
a
only
bruise.
going
That's
for
it.
4
Come
minutes,
on.
4 or 5 minutes. So losing your stamina is not a problem. Getting hurt is not a problem.
Let's
You
go.
want to use
30
this
on the
time
clock.
to learn, learn,
Nice
learn.
boxing. Yes.
Level,
nice
level,
boxing.
level.
Now, just
Level
keep
that
building up
straight,
that damage.
level that hook,
Let me see that. Let's go.
level that jab. Turns into power shots. Your ground and pound, work on your ground and pound.
Hey, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it might seem
We'll get better.
repetitive, but you're learning. There you go. You learn these moves and you get better and better and better. And then when you're going into fights with level 2 moves, level 3 moves, you're fighting a 1-star person, so he really has nothing for you. So it's your opportunity to take that fight into the first, second, and third round. It's your opportunity to make the most of it because you're learning. So what you're learning is your moves. So you got a piss poor fighter that you're taking on, and you know you can beat him. You've seen that you can beat him. Look at that. So he's got 1.5 stars. So by the time we get to the fight, we'll have 2 stars. So we're going to be a 2-star taking on a 1.5 star that we know we can beat. We know whatever round we want to take it to, we can. And what we could do is during those rounds, we can learn. Hype it up again. It's the hype train coming through. See what connections you can make. Maybe you want to make some connections instead of sparring this week. Make some connections. They'll always be available for you once you pay for them. Do some sparring. Check to see which ones you like. See which ones best fit your goal. Go with that one. Like I said, this is the place for you to learn and level your moves. Leveling. 2. Level 3. The more you level your moves, the more power they have behind them, and the more you're able to win fights, hurting people, knocking people out, getting people to the ground, clinching them, knee strike, elbow strike, power after power shots, or combos. Combos. We haven't talked much about combos, but combos are good too. Jab, jab, straight. Jab, jab, hook. Straight, hook, straight. Whatever you can come up with, this is your opportunity to learn. Definitely for during these first few fights. You want to learn as fast as you can, but you also want to level up your fighter as fast as you can, because this is what allows you to become ranked. This is what allows you to take on the Garbrandts, take on the Dillashaws, take on the Holloways, take on the McGregors. This is your opportunity to focus on leveling your fighter. And
this
once
round,
again,
I just want to see heavy
punches.
punches. Let it
Alright,
go.
he wants to see heavy punches. Concentrate on the punches. Boom, boom, boom. Do what you gotta do, what you are assigned to
Love
do.
it. Keep it up.
And then you work on moves.
Pressure on him.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
This is how we train to win the
Repetitive.
belt.
I know it's repetitive. It's repetitive. I know it's repetitive. See there? See what I did there? You want to focus on it. Repetitive. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom,
Beautiful
boom.
combination.
It might get boring after a while,
Pressure on
but
it.
I guarantee you will leave with leveled moves and be a better fighter. One thing I also suggest is don't really,
Great
like I
combo.
said before,
That's what I'm
don't really
talking
worry
about.
too
Keep
much
it up.
about stamina. Keep punching, keep jabbing.
Don't stop now. You got 30 seconds.
Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. You're
Good
leveling,
work with
you're
your
leveling.
hands. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You're starting to fall apart. Great job in there. I can already see
There
some
you go.
improvement in your punches.
You're leveling, you're leveling. And it might not seem that you're leveling. I keep saying, oh, I'm not leveling. I'm not getting any, but yes, you are. You're leveling. If you will look at your attributes and your moves, you will see that they're designated to certain points. So you're earning points during that process of getting that attribute and learning that move. So if that move has 6,500 points to it, you keep jabbing, jabbing, jabbing. Those are points adding up. Yeah, it might not say, boom, you're leveling, but once you do level that move, it will give you that ability. So you always want to learn. So you're always moving your evolution points up. You're always moving your points up when you're fighting and sparring in your sessions. You want to focus on that. All right. It's fight weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what people are saying about us. And boom, look at that. Level 2 fighter going in to fight a 1.5. We already leveled our fighter just from doing that little tidbit of learning our punches. And we only learned to straighten a jab. We bettered that to level 2 and we're already at level 2. So we know we can win this fight. We know we're going in with a better fighter. And now use this to your advantage. Since you know you're the better fighter, take care of him, learning your punches, learning your kicks, learning your clinches, learning your grapples. Take him to the ground. Ground and pound. Beat the crap out of him. Ground and pound. You know he's not a really good fighter. I mean, he's a 1.5. This gives you the opportunity to take it to him and destroy him. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. We got the fight left. I'm going to let you go ahead and enjoy this nice little fight. But remember, you want to learn your moves. Level your moves. Level your moves. All right. Have fun, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Coming up next, it's a UFC Bantamweight division fight. Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Well, he will never forget this experience, making the walk to that famed UFC octagon for the first time, but the question beckons. Will there be nerves? Will there be jitters under the bright lights of the UFC octagon for the first time? He doesn't look wide-eyed necessarily here, but you have to be mindful of a possible adrenaline dump that could really affect your cardio if you're not ready for it. All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and some differences in reach. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a boxer holding a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Kid Dynamite. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, making his UFC debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Bad Intentions. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1. This is his UFC debut, so you know what he did on the regional circuit, ran roughshod through a lot of the guys in his division. Now the question beckons, will he...
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, straight right. Really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Good series of punches by him there. He has been busy throughout.
He's doing a great job with the hand.
Watch, there's the early takedown. Pretty evident, DC, that he wants to get this fight to the ground, and he was certainly able to do so there.
He felt like he had a massive advantage in the wrestling, and if he attempted takedowns, he would secure him. Let's see what he does from this position.
Back to the feet now.
Look at him whip his hips into that kick.
Oh, that strike is blocked. Straight counter is it?
Ooh, what a punch.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. Another shot lands upstairs.
Ooh, another shot to the head.
They're certainly getting after it early. Whoa!
He's trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. And now he lands a combination.
Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm Nice.
That knee might have landed there.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh, and he lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. Clean entries. The Olympian's gotta like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the legs before his opponent reacts. By beating him on the entry, now it's up to the opponent to keep up. But this guy's playing chess. His opponent's playing checkers. He's playing chess. He can't keep up once he gets to his legs. He's got to beat him defensively before he gets his hands locked around his legs or his body. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oh, single collar tie here.
Big knee lands right to his opponent's midsection.
Trying to establish that jab once again. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot.
Got one appear to stun him.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Gets up again here, but hurting him. All right, so we'll see if he goes for another takedown here, and it's the way he's approaching the setup, too, that I think you've liked so far.
I love it, man. I love how he's throwing the left hook and almost pulling himself into his shot. Punch goes as the opponent's hands go up.
Again, going for the takedown here. That will absolutely work.
It will absolutely work because every time he shoots, he is 100% certain he is going to secure a takedown.
And he's back up again. Huge strike lands there. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Nice kick.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC. So a crowd-pleasing approach for him here in round one. He is landing. Oh! He's out!
He's done. He's done.
Just the way he drew it up as he gets the knockout victory here tonight. It's hard to land a strike more flush than he did right there, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So he'll see the replay and probably shake his head, but ultimately this is a huge result and a huge win for that fighter here tonight. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
This contest at 4 minutes, 28 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and intention.
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration is on as he gets a huge win by knockout tonight. I got to think there are a few better feelings in the world than walking into an octagon and candidly knocking another man out cold.
Yeah, you shut a person's lights off, man. There's nothing like it. Now, I understand a lot of times we hope for the knockout, but he was never hopeful. He was sure that he would get it done, and he did exactly that. Congrats.